Welcome back to yet another episode of Procurement Unplugged podcast powered by Zycus. I am Marquise, your host, and today we will talk about why smart procurement is still dumb without context. To navigate this, we have our expert guest, Jasmine Ortega, the Chief Procurement Officer. Welcome to the show, Jasmine.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so, you've heard about smart procurement, right?
Yeah.
AI, automation, the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're going to unpack today is why all that fancy tech can still be, well, dumb.
Right.
Utterly ineffective if it doesn't understand the bigger picture, the context.
Yeah.
Think of this as your shortcut to truly understanding why simply layering smart tools onto old disconnected processes just doesn't cut it.
That's a great way to put it. It's a bit like having a super fast calculator but not knowing what numbers to put in or why you're even calculating in the first place.
Exactly.
The intelligence of any system is limited by its understanding of the environment it operates in.
And to really nail this down for you, picture this. An AI diligently sifts through supplier bids and flags the absolute cheapest option.
Mm-hmm.
Seems smart on the surface, right?
Right.
But what if that cheapest supplier has a history of late deliveries
Right.
or doesn't meet crucial compliance standards outlined in your existing contracts
Mm-hmm.
or introduces significant unforeseen risks
Yeah.
to your supply chain?
Yeah.
Suddenly that smart recommendation looks pretty short-sighted, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
You've seen this play out, haven't you?
Oh, without a doubt. I've seen numerous instances where a focus solely on one metric, like upfront costs, has led to significant downstream problems.
Yeah.
Imagine a company heavily invested in sustainability initiatives.
Right.
A context-blind AI might suggest a supplier with the lowest price, completely overlooking their poor environmental track record.
Wow.
This not only undermines the company's sustainability goals, but can also lead to reputational damage. It's a classic case of being penny wise and pound foolish. The real value in procurement comes from understanding the interconnectedness of all these factors: sourcing, contracting, compliance, supplier relationships, and making decisions that optimize for the overall business objectives, not just a single isolated metric.
So we're clear that operating in a vacuum is a recipe for potential disaster.
Absolutely.
Now, for you listening, how do you avoid this trap?
Mm-hmm.
How do you ensure your procurement isn't just smart, but actually intelligent?
Yeah.
This is where the idea of integrated systems comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk us through how a platform that connects these different stages,
Mm-hmm.
like an S2P suite, provides that crucial context?
Certainly. Think of an integrated S2P, or source-to-pay suite, as providing a 360-degree view of your procurement activity.
Okay.
Instead of having disparate systems for source and contract management and supplier risk, everything is connected.
All right.
So when a new procurement request comes in the intake stage, the system doesn't just see a list of required items. It understands the why behind the request, the department making it, the budget allocated, the strategic importance, and any existing preferred suppliers or compliance mandates.
God.
When you move to the sourcing phase, this historical data and context informs the entire process. The system isn't just looking for the cheapest bid in isolation, it's factoring in past supplier performance, pre-negotiated contract terms, and assessed risk levels.
That makes sense. So it's not just about automating individual tasks,
Right.
but about creating a flow of information, a shared understanding across the entire procurement journey.
Exactly.
How does this interconnectedness specifically impact things like collaboration with different departments and ensuring compliance? Because those are areas where a lack of context can really cause headaches.
Absolutely. Collaboration thrives when everyone is working from the same set of information. An integrated S2P suite acts as that central hub. Imagine your legal team reviewing a contract. They have immediate access to all the relevant sourcing documents, supplier risk assessments, and internal compliance policies within the same system. This eliminates the back and forth of emails and shared drives, ensuring everyone is on the same page, and potential issues are flagged early.
Makes sense.
On the compliance side, this integrated view is invaluable. The system can automatically check for policy adherence at every stage, from initial requisition to final payment.
Okay.
For example, if a certain category of spend requires a specific certification from the supplier, the system can flag any non-compliant vendors automatically.
Interesting.
This continuous monitoring, embedded within the workflow, is far more effective than trying to audit for compliance after the fact.
I can see how having that single source of truth streamlines everything and minimizes the chances of costly errors or oversights. Now, for you who are thinking strategically about your procurement function, how does this context-aware intelligence elevate decision-making beyond just processing requests?
That's a key shift. When you have this rich context at your fingertips, procurement becomes less reactive and much more strategic.
Yeah.
Instead of just fulfilling purchase orders, you can start making truly informed decisions that impact the bottom line and contribute to broader business goals.
Right.
For instance, when evaluating potential suppliers, you're not just looking at their initial bid. You can see their historical performance across all your engagements, their risk scores based on various factors, and their compliance records. This allows you to make more well-rounded choices that balance cost savings with quality, reliability, and risk mitigation. It's about moving beyond transactional efficiency to strategic value creation.
So if we were to boil it down for you, the listener, what's the core message here? What's the key takeaway about why smart procurement needs context to be truly effective?
The core message is this. AI and automation in procurement are incredibly powerful tools, but their effectiveness hinges on the context in which they operate. Simply automating tasks in isolation is like putting a Formula One engine. In a go-kart, you're not going to get optimal performance.
That's a good analogy.
True value comes from integrating these smart technologies within a framework that understands the full complexity of procurement, the interconnectedness of different stages, the importance of collaboration, and the necessity of continuous compliance.
And this is where an integrated S2P suite, like the one offered by Zycus, really shines, isn't it?
Exactly.
By connecting intake, .sourcing, .contracting, .compliance, and all those other crucial elements. It provides that holistic view, breaking down those information silos.
It creates that single source of truth we talked about, ensuring that decisions are not made in a vacuum, but are informed by a comprehensive understanding of the entire procurement lifecycle and aligned with overarching business objectives. This leads to better informed decisions, stronger supplier relationships, and ultimately a more resilient and value-driven procurement function.
So as you think about your own organization and its procurement processes, consider this. Is your smart procurement truly understanding the context? Are your systems talking to each other, sharing vital information? Because ultimately, true procurement value isn't just about cutting costs. It's about strategically orchestrating technology and data with the deep understanding of that context, transforming procurement from a cost center into a genuine value generator for your entire organization.
Right.
It's about moving beyond the what of a purchase to truly understand the why and the how it fits into the bigger picture. Something to really chew on, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a journey of continuous improvement and strategic alignment.
Jasmine, thanks so much for joining us today.
It was my pleasure.